എന്നാ സാറേ മനസ്സിലായി?
Opened back in 2003, have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the defending NFC champs, the Philadelphia Eagles. The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
At the 18-yard line.
Moore, the motion man right. Now a second down throw for Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Throwing, Mayfield. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
And the Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The Eagles sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. And they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Right back to Mitchell on second down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Mayfield now from the 50. That is caught. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now the rookie 3rd rounder from Tulane, it's Tyjae Spears. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4, 2nd and 6. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Mayfield now. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
They run over center with Mitchell. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
16-yard line.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
Now a 2-time Pro Bowler coming off a big year, Saquon Barkley. He'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down. You look at this Eagle defense. They enter this one number 13, Charles, in the NFL in stopping the run.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on because you're talking about where they rank in stopping the run. But how about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football, and they rank highly in the league in getting it done.
Yeah, power against power. Something's got to give. Levis in trouble. Down he goes. Anthony Jennings able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. We're scoreless after 1. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second.
On second down, here's Mitchell. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. First down, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. Second and 10.
At the 23-yard line.
Mayfield off the play fake. Touchdown! DJ Moore, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point attempt here still to come. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-2. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a toss right to Barkley. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage. But not much more than that. But they go play action. Here's Levis. It'll buy some time right. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So illegal touching, not one you see often. It's going to wipe away a first down.
Very simply, if you're a receiver, you can't set foot out of bounds and then be the first to catch the football. Side judge, right there on the play, made the call.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's taken to the 26. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Mayfield. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Danny Gray, 63 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Play action now. Levis. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Levis back to throw. Flushed out right. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch.
And he is going to be taken down. They got it. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Christian Barmore in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards. But instead, offense out there. They're going for it. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Dolphins first down by a good couple of yards as they end up getting 6 there on 4th and 4. A give to Barkley out of the gun. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Levis trying to get his guys set as quickly as possible. 2nd and 9 now. To the right side and complete to Washington. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Levis now off of play action. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Kaiser White. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line.
Intercepted by the Dolphins. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Connection made on the out route to Valdez-Scantling. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Two yards still to go. 3rd down now. Levis looking to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down, and that will force a turnover on downs. In motion is Gray. Final play of the half, Mayfield. He's going to let it go again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A two-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. Taken at the goal line. Escapes the defender. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Levis to throw off play action. Going across the middle, and Valdez-Scantling has it. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line.
A gain of 14.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. Again, it's Williams. And some room to roam now. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this. Makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
So after some runs, now they'll throw with Levis. To the left side, there's Mayer. And the Dolphins are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Williams is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Back to throw, it's Levis. This is caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jerry Jeudy, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are back within a score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7.
Dolphins 7. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Fighting through the tackle at the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Fighting to stay upright. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. And they're going to speed things up here.
Makes it 3rd and 3.
Hey, avoid 33.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield forced out to his left. And incomplete. He had just tossed it away, but that brings up fourth.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Point it right.
Mayfield to throw for it on fourth. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Dolphins are going to take over here up near the 40.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
On second down, Williams. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 60 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Off the play fake, Levis. Got an open man, it's Valdez-Scantling. And now off to the races down the right side. And that's a touchdown, but hold on, there is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 14.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Mayfield to throw it. They'll roll him out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing. Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Fourth down, Mayfield. He'll fire deep, looking for more. And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. Eddie Jackson picks it. He's on his way. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
Sets up first down and goal at the 10-yard line.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Here's Levis. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
And they approach this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to give them
Wilson to his left. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the fourth quarter. So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. This to break our fourth quarter tie. Tucker's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Play fake. Mayfield. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. They'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up second down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
Run. Alert. King. Hey, alert. Up. What's that?
Throwing. Mayfield. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. Down the left sideline. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Stop.
Running left, here's Mitchell. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Point it right.
Out of the gun to give to Spears. Down to 30 after a gain of 3. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
To throw, Mayfield. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Mitchell is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Mayfield looks to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Here's 1st and 10. Play action now. Levis. Open man downfield is Judy. He's got it. Touchdown! Jerry Judy. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Dolphins have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Eagles 17. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. Oh, good return up past the 30. And able to return this one all the way out to the other side of the field across the 50.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
This is 1st and 10. Mayfield now. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just past the 35. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Throwing now, here's Levis. And this is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, offenses are always trying to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back, because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in the game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is taken at the 15. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's Baker. To the sideline and incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Dolphins have just about sewn up this football game. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Here's 3rd down and 4. Back to throw. Levis. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Some plays for the defense there. They force him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's A.J. Cole now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right, throw it out the window. Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Hurry! Kings, Kings, Kings! Hurry, hurry! Scott!
Now Mayfield. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Oh, and this is nervous time now. They decided to go for it right there. Fortunately, still a little bit of time left for another shot, but this one almost certainly has to be in the end zone.
Regular, regular, regular! Hurry, hurry! Point it right, point it right, point it right. What's that?
One last shot for Mayfield here. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. This one came right down to the wire, and CD had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about the defense there? Because while they had one final look at the end zone, the defense made sure they knew what they were doing on the last play, executed it flawlessly, and no flags. Because remember, if there's a defensive penalty, there's one play left in the game that the offense gets. They didn't allow that to happen.
So for the Dolphins, it may not be too late to salvage their season as the win moves them to 2-5 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.